I said it once and I'll say it again. When it comes to food themes or gimmicks for Kamen Rider, it usually gets pretty dark. Don't take my word for it. Look at this. Won't sugarcoat this one. Been struggling to figure out how I wanted to record this intro, but I usually can come up with something off the fly. But yeah, today we're going to be taking a look at SH54 Kamen Rider Gaim in his orange arms form. Yes, I'm finally talking about Fruit Jesus himself. Woohoo! Now, there's a reason why a lot of online people in the community refer to him as Fruit Jesus, because by the end of the series, he becomes a god. There's a reason for that. But I'm not going to talk about that. I want to talk about the basis of how he actually got his powers and what the character was like in the first place. So, breaking down a little bit of the first episode. Kota Kazuraba is an interesting guy. He's always willing to help people when they need it the most. Originally, he was part of a dance game called Team Gaim, where basically, if you were part of a gang, or at least part of the dance troops that were around the city, your popularity lets you basically do anything. And the two top teams at the time were Team Gaim and Team Baron. Baron was at the number one of the leaderboard, unfortunately. They kind of did their own thing after a while. Gaim, on the other hand, they were still just doing what they do best, dancing, having a good old time, stuff like that. However, Kota is no longer with them at this point in time. Kota has a job. He has multiple jobs, actually, because a long time ago, he always said, I want to be the type of grown-up that is good at protecting things as well as doing what he has to do. I want to be a man that anybody can rely on. And since he didn't really have that much family left, considering the fact that the only person left blood relative-wise was his older sister. They lost their parents at an early age, so it was just the two of them. So, Kota, he does odd jobs all around the city. He drives for a curry delivery company, he helps with paint and construction. He's a jack of all trades, and he's willing to help anybody that he can, because he's like, a real man is supposed to be able to help anybody in their time of need. And I want to transform to become the best person of myself. Which, let's be honest, every person should strive to do that. Every person should strive to be the best adaptation of who they are. And I respect that a lot, honestly, because Kota really does go through a lot through this series. And here's where we get him to be reintroduced to Team Gaim. Gaim and Baron have a fallout because Gaim is dancing at the park at one of the little stages that they have set up. Basically, the dance group, they can dance anywhere as long as they have a music station and their ID pass, as long as everything's copacetic. Team Baron showed up and basically told them, this is our turf now, kick rocks. But, of course, their current leader, Mai, she wasn't having any of it. So she was like, we'll fight for it. Lock seeds. Lock seed battles were interesting. In fact, lock seeds are going to be the main gimmick for Kamen Rider Gaim throughout the series anyway. So each lock seed, when used, will summon a creature basically to come fight for them. Think of this as Pokemon when it first starts off in the season, because it's interesting. Whoever drops their lock seed or whoever's monster is defeated is automatically eliminated from the battle. So Mai was doing good. Her monster was actually fighting and winning. But thanks to some underhanded tactics from Team Baron, her lock seed was literally knocked out of her hand from a random fire from somebody's slingshot from Team Baron. Because Team Baron, like I said, they're doing a lot of underhanded shady stuff when their leader's not around. So because of this, her lock seed creature goes crazy. Luckily, Kota was coming by with a delivery and managed to stop the whole situation before it escalated into anything weird. So he stopped it, but unfortunately, Team Baron took the that spot, and well, Team Gaim had to leave. Their leader, who was once Kota's closest ally and best friend, basically told him things have been kind of rough. Mai, when she sees Kota, she's like, we could have done this without you. You left us. You don't have any right to get involved with our stuff. So it sucked, but it is what it is. He didn't think too much about it and went on about his day until he got a call from that exact friend earlier saying, hey, I gotta show you something interesting. So they meet up at the spot that he tells them about, So she's like, Koda, why are you here? He said, I got an invite to come see our homie. But when they get there, the place is empty. Although you see interesting vegetation there, a zipper in reality. I know this is going to sound weird, but follow along with me. This is going to make sense down the road. So Oda picks it up and he's confused with what it is. And he's like, it looks like a belt buckle. Introducing our driver, the Sengoku driver. It's a weird belt that has a little indent where you can actually put lock seats in it, and down the road you can actually use them for special forms. But Koda doesn't know that. He just puts the belt on, and it's like, huh, fits, and it automatically locks around it. Mai was like, well, whatever. So they go into the portal trying to figure out what's happening, and because they figure our friend must have walked in here and got lost. They go in, they see creatures, they see these weird fruits. They actually take one, and Koda's about to eat one until he hears Mai scream. Then this weird creature comes out of nowhere and proceeds to start showing its ass, basically. He manages to get her out and himself out and protect her. The creature goes on a rampage. Then he's like, I don't know what to do. The orange lock seat that he picked up earlier before he almost ate it, thanks to the Sengoku driver, turned it into a lock seat. He now uses it and transforms to Armored Rider Gaim. In this one, they're not known as Kamen Riders. Even though the show and the title is Kamen Rider, they refer to them more as Armored Riders because they're wearing samurai armor, or, well, armor based off of the fruit in question that they're using. It just so happens to be an orange. His default weapon is a gun blade like katana. It looks like a regular katana, but with the gun barrel literally where the guard's supposed to be. And then for the gimmick armor, like I mentioned earlier, each Loxy, depending on what you use, gives you a different weapon. This one just so happened to be a short blade. So now he can dual wield with this armor. It takes him by surprise because he's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but that thing's going to hurt people if I don't stop it. And eventually he puts it down. He's like, I transformed. I finally transformed. And of course, like most people when they get superpowers, he kind of lets it go to his head for a while. In fact, he transformed when he got home just to see if he was dreaming and put on the armor. His sister overheard the commotion, opened the door, and saw him just standing in his room. This is episode 2 now at this point. And he's like, hey sis. And she's like, I'm going to bed now. Could you keep the noise down? He's like, yeah. And she's like, I ain't see that.
Much later.
This is Kamen Rider Gaim. Now, just like the other SH figure art that I got for Kiryu Red, this one is a different type of SH figure art. I guess because since they've already made the figure a long time ago, this one's supposed to be like an updated version. I forgot the special thing that they call versions of this one that they call, but it's still actually really cool. I love the packaging. I will never get tired of this blade. Alright. Like a glove. Ooh, look at that. I have another SH figure art like this with Kamen Rider Wizard that I have yet to open. I will eventually. I'm running out of desk space. I think that's another reason why I haven't done it. I usually like to grab by the belt. I don't know why. Ba-ba-da-ba. Ah! This can come off for his weapon, but still. Oh. That's the lock seed I was talking about. It's the orange lock seed. I almost had a heart attack. It fell out again! Oh no! You know what? Just be on the safe side. I'm gonna leave you right there. Nope. You know the same song and dance routine. Oh. Please don't let me break this figure. Alright. The armor comes up. Ah! Nope. This figure's gonna give me a heart attack. I see this now. But yeah, the armor can actually come off because if I remember correctly, you can actually replace the chest piece with another suit of armor. Different lock seed. Oh, I got it. Got a lot of freedom in the arms, so that's good. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Coda. There we go. He's got other lock seeds right here of the weapons I was telling you about, pineapple and strawberry, or should we say Ichigo arms. Okay. This sword can actually go in through here. The samurai sword. Let me see if... Oh, thank God, I got it on. Woo! I almost had a heart attack. Okay, now, legs. Well, I got it. Little stiff. Not too bad, though. That one. This one. I like the paint detail for this one. Let me see if I can just... a little dark in my room right now. I got most of the lights on, but... let's make this thing brighter, shall we? Yep. Keep it cool. There we go. But yeah. Okay. Put that right there. And show off his accessories. Now I have a closed lock seed up there. I'm not pulling it out. I think this is a different faceplate for his helmet visor. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Put that there. You have his orange blade that I was talking about earlier. And his gunblade katana. Actually a nice length. But the other cool thing about it, it can merge together to become a double-ended sword. This is actually used for his signature mode, where he'll summon like an orange to wrap around his opponent with this blade after he spins it around, and then use this one to cut through the blade, meaning the fruit, and the opponent. Gun barrels right here, like I mentioned, little trigger. If I remember correctly, up here shows how many bullets or rounds they can use. I think it's like 5 per, and he would just charge it that way. Okay. We got some close fists. I think this one is for this weapon. Yep, it is. Ta-da! Okay. Okay, I admit this figure actually is giving me a little bit more difficulty than I thought I was going to, but at the end of the day, this is actually a sick figure. Okay, let me just get a little bit more light on this picture. Look at that. Look at that. That not cool or what? Oh, forgive me. After I did all the editing, I thought I'd just come and relax. Didn't realize I kind of drifted. But if you're new here, why don't you subscribe? I have a lot of new content coming down the road. But if you've been here before, here's a random playlist of something I've done and the most recent thing I've done here too. Take care.